Hello, and welcome to Broker Builder Solutions HR Training Guide. We're excited to have you join our Roadmap to Success today. We have created a few different modules to allow you to be successful in your overall HR experience in using the Employee Navigator platform. We do appreciate that we've been able to work with you and your broker to implement your Employee Navigator platform, and we're hopeful that these training modules will assist you in being successful. The first module that we're going to review is Managing an Employee Record in Employee Navigator. This module is designed to give you an overall review of the adding an employee experience and the different components that are available in that employee management experience. A breakdown of what we'll review during this module will be adding a new employee, reviewing the new hire enrollment process, the employee search, and then going through the employee management page and the different fields that are available within the profile, the update benefits, benefit summary, documents, events, tasks, actions, and reviews. Upon logging into the Employee Navigator platform, as the HR administrator, the Employees tab holds the key to being able to add an employee. To add an employee, it is a pretty straightforward process in that you're just going to click the link, Add Employee, within the Employee Action section. The system will then redirect you to the location in which you need to start adding the employee information. The first key piece of information to be added on your employee record is the employee Social Security number. After entering in the Social Security number, you'll hit Next, at which point the system is going to prompt you to add some personal information. This personal information is what's required to establish a new employee record, and these are key fields that the employee will need at the user registration during the user registration process. After entering in the data required to establish a new employee record, you hit Next, at which point you're prompted to enter in the employment information. The employment information on an employee record is the information at a minimum that is required that allows the system to determine benefits eligibility, the effective date for those benefits that they're eligible for, and some of the cost. You'll want to keep in mind that some of the fields that you see here may not mimic exactly how your platform is set up. Each individual's platform is set up to accommodate the needs of your organization. So while some organizations may be utilizing the time off package, maybe utilizing the ACA module and utilizing different divisions, payroll groups, etc., some are not. This employment information screen will be customized based on how your Employee Navigator platform is built. After entering in the employment information, you'll go ahead and hit Next. The next thing that you'll see is that the system will automatically pre-select any onboarding task that you've had built out on your platform. If you have no onboarding tasks built out on your platform, you will see a message that indicates that there are no onboarding tasks to be assigned. If your onboarding task assignment is based on different classification or division of employee, you're able to deselect any onboarding tasks that are not applicable to this particular employee here. As you can see, I have two self-identification EEOC tasks. I don't need both of those, so I will go ahead and deselect one of them. Now that I've selected all of the applicable onboarding tasks for this employee, I'm going to go ahead and hit Finish Up, at which point the system now prompts me to either send the employee an email, or I can select No, Not Now, and selecting no, not now, I can later send that email. I'm going to go ahead and send the email. The system now indicates I'm done. So from an HR perspective, adding an employee user, pretty straightforward process, takes just a little bit of time, and then you're able to press the onus down to the employee to complete their registration and then complete their onboarding task and enroll in their benefits. I'm going to go ahead and select finished, and in doing so, I'm now prompted back to the home page, and I'll then go to the Employees tab, where I'm going to go ahead and search for an employee. Searching for the employee record is the first step in overall employee management. And I'm going to look for human resources because I do believe that was the individual that I just added. I have a lot of demos here. In redirecting to the employee management page, there are a couple different key functions that are available, and we're going to go walk through each one of these. The employee management page, the very first thing you see is the employee name, the classification of employee, the employee's job title, and the employee's email address. In the Manage Enrollment section, this is where I, as an HR administrator, have the ability to access the employee's enrollments. If it was a new hire, I would have this new hire enrollment link that would be available to me in blue. The employee that I've pulled up in this case is not the employee that I just added. As a result, the new hire enrollment link is not available. However, this employee may or may not have current enrollments, so I do have the ability to modify current enrollments. In addition, I also have an open enrollment link that is available only during the open enrollment period, and then I have a newly eligible enrollment link, which is reflective for any employees that may move from one class to another that was non-benefit eligible versus benefit eligible, and now I am newly eligible to enroll in benefits. If I move further down, I do have the notes section. The notes section is what allows me to add additional notes on an employee record for any given reason. That I'm always able to come back and access these notes. I do have the ability to share the notes with HR, to share the note with the employee, and then to follow this note. So as different HR users log into the system and make notes on the employee record, I'm following that note, and in doing so, I will receive any updates. I'm also able to add a file to this record as well. What I've seen in the past is when an employee has a qualifying life event and brings supporting documentation to HR, HR will make copies of those documentation and to go ahead and upload those to the notes. But there are various reasons that you could utilize the add the file. I'll go ahead and save this note, and in doing so, you will see the date and time, the author, and then the title of the note. If I want to access the note, I click on the link to the note, and it allows me to add any additional comments. In addition to the notes section over to the right, you'll see that you have the ability to track the employee task. This will show you any task that the employee has incomplete, if there are any tasks pending HR approval, and then all the tasks that have been completed. So as you can see, HR Demo has 12 incomplete tasks, and if I click on the incomplete, it will take me into the employee's task dashboard, where it will show me a list of all the tasks that are currently incomplete. You're also able to access incomplete tasks via the task dashboard on your administrator login. However, we will review that in a later module. If I go back, I now have the action section. In the action section is where I'm able to terminate an employee, where I'm able to manage the ACA classifications. I can manage PTO, If I have a terminated employee, I'm able to manage COBRA. I am able to unlock open or new hire enrollment if for any reason I need to. And then I'm able to set a new hire record complete. The Set New Hire Record Complete is a functionality that is used when the employee walks through the enrollment and they never go through the Agree and Complete. It allows you as an HR administrator to set that as complete for the employee. The last thing that we have on this management page is the review section. Clicking on the employee homepage will revert me into the employee homepage exactly as the employee sees it. So if you have an employee that contacts you with some questions about navigating in their homepage, you are able to see the employee view just as the employee is seeing it, which will assist you in better providing guidance to your employees. The employee data sheet is a great functionality that allows you to track enrollment records, when enrollment records were changed, etc. HR Demo does not have any enrollment records, so there's not a great deal of information here. I do, however, encourage you to visit the employee data sheet on your employee records as you begin to navigate through the system. I'm going to click the Manage button to return back to the employee management page. You also have a total compensation statement that is available. The total compensation statement provides a list of the benefits in which the employee is enrolled. It provides an overview of the employer annualized cost, the employee annualized cost, and provides a breakdown of the total compensation for the employee. The last two links here are the employee change request history. And so in clicking on that link, it allows you to see any demographic change requests that the employee has submitted and be able to approve them. In this case, there are none. And then finally, you have your change history. And as you can see, there have been no changes made on HR Demo. The next segment of the employee management page is the profile information. The profile information is where all of your pertinent employee data is stored. Your social security number, your name, if you have different office locations, classifications, payroll groups, divisions, departments, business units, etc. You're also able to assign employees to a manager here as well. The profile information gives you your employment information. So if you're tracking employee IDs, payroll IDs, time clock IDs, they will all live here. Your ACA classifications, job descriptions, personal information, compensation, etc. During the add employee process, we talked about sending the employee the email during the add process or later sending it. This login access feature is what allows you to send that welcome email outside of the add employee process if you chose to send the email later. You will also notice that this login access information does give you some visibility into when the employee logged in. HR Demo has not yet registered. However, had HR Demo registered, you would see HR Demo's login name. The employee's password is not readily available to the HR user. You do have the ability to reset the employee password. The employee also has the ability to reset their password. Again, we do encourage you to, as you begin to navigate in the system, to drill down into the profile section and look at the profile fields that are available. The next tab that we're going to review in the overall employee management is the Update Benefits tab. The Update Benefits tab is what allows you to add or drop coverage outside of the new hire enrollment period or open enrollment period due to a qualifying life event. The employee has the ability to initiate these requests on their end as well, and those requests will be set to pend HR approval. However, in the event that you need to process the change from an administrator perspective, the Update Benefits tab is what allows you to do it. I'll walk you through a brief example of adding coverage due to marriage. When I click on marriage, it's going to ask me to enter the date of the event. It's going to ask me to select the dependent that I wish to add. I don't have any, so I'm going to go ahead and select to add a new one. I'm going to enter in all of the dependent fields. So I get an error here, and that is because HR demo is a female, and the system, my demo system, is not configured to accept same-sex partner option. So I'm going to go ahead and change the gender of my spouse. I'll X out of my error, and then I'll go ahead and hit save. The system is now telling me that there are no eligible benefits for this dependent. So it looks like my HR demo is not benefit eligible, so I'm not going to be able to add benefits. However, in the event that they were, the system would then allow me to add benefits for my dependent. I'm going to go ahead and jump back to my Manage page, at which point I'm also going to click on the next tab available in the Employee Management, which is my Benefits Summary. The Benefits Summary gives me an overview of all the benefits in which an employee is enrolled. It looks like HR Demo is not a great example, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up someone else. In pulling up someone else, you'll notice that all I did was search by the employee last name in my search bar, so I didn't have to go back out to the employee search. I'm able to search for a new employee right where I'm at in the system, and it will bring me up the benefit summary for that individual. Here, I'm always able to see what the employee is enrolled in, the carrier name, the plan, coverage tier, effective date, and cost per pay period. If I scroll down, I'm also able to see any dependents covered and any benefits that were declined. The next option within the management page is the document section. The document section is what houses any documents as it pertains to this employee record that are uploaded within the document section in your portal. I have my employee documents. So this is any document that the employee may have uploaded during the onboarding process, and it will show me the time that it was uploaded, and if I click on the link, it will open up the document. I have enrolled plan documents that gives me a list of all the plans I'm enrolled and any documents that are loaded in the system as it pertains to those plans. And then over on the right, I have plan documents, and this will be any documents for benefits which I am eligible for but not enrolled. And then finally, on the Employee Management Experience, you have your Events tab. The Events tab is a thumbprint and provides you an overview of any action taken on the employee record, the date, the time, and who completed it. So if you're ever questioning who made a change on an employee record, if you have multiple users using the system from an administrator perspective, or if you're questioning if the employee initiated the request, the Events tab is a great place to go and obtain that history and that thumbprint. So as you can see here, I hired this individual on 10/7. The employee then completed the registration process, their workflow documents, etc. I then approved a workflow requirement. So now you see my thumbprint here. I made some changes to benefits. And then any system updates will show made by Employee Navigator. So that is the employee management experience in a nutshell. We certainly hope that this experience in this module was very helpful in you understanding all of the features that are available when looking at an employee record and helping you to understand how to add an employee record, access the benefits in which they're enrolled at the employee level. We have future modules coming out that will go over other components within the system, such as reporting, the ACA module, the PTO module, and the onboarding module. We look forward to continuing to grow our relationship with you, and we hope that you have fun with your user access. Have a great day. That was horrible. I ain't re-recorded though.
No, it was good. But you know what? It's